Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to today's unseen video. This is where we round up all the big talking points from social media, and we do have a little bit in here about NXT. Of course, one of the big talking points is the fact that TNA invaded NXT. There was a big brawl at the end of this week's NXT. Really fun. I mean, for those that joined us on the watch along, everyone seemed to be having a really good time. We don't have loads in here about that because we've already done a video. We do the talking points video for NXT as soon as NXT ends, just like how we do a talking points video for Raw when Raw ends, and one for SmackDown when SmackDown ends, and one for WrestlePalooza when WrestlePalooza ended, just like we'll do one this weekend when it's NXT No Mercy. We'll do a talking points video straight after. So a lot of the thoughts, a lot of the reaction is in that video. It's on the channel already. Check it out if you haven't already. But as we said, we've got a few little bits in here. But we're going to focus on a few other things that went down today, like this. So, look, you know it, and I know it, that this match has been planned for a while, okay? We didn't know how we were going to get to John's Crown Jewel match because he doesn't have any TV episodes between now and Crown Jewel. He's not scheduled for any appearances. And so we did wonder how we were going to get to a match. And so this is how they've gone about it. And it's quite clever, right? I mean, John didn't come out and say, here's a poll, vote for the match you would most like to see. He came out and said, guys, how would you feel about me against AJ Styles? Not that I'm picking my opponent or anything, but how would you feel about me against AJ Styles? And of course, everyone loves that match. I love that match. It's a match that we've been asking for a while, so not down on it, not even down on how they kind of booked it, right? Everyone loved the idea of John and AJ, and so that's how we've ended up getting to the match. So John said, I do not choose my opponents, but even through tough times, I always listen to the fans. AJ, are you listening? Better yet, Triple H, are you listening? Triple H has gone, well, look, it's the match we want to see, and at Crown Jewel we will. There's the graphic. Done. Lovely. AJ responded, not that it mattered, but AJ was like, I hear them loud and clear. Let's do it. I'm ready. So there we go. Everyone's on board. The match is made. John Cena, AJ Styles at Crown Jewel. So Edward, thank you. And Triple H, thank you as well. Right, Brock Lesnar's current status has been revealed. And basically he is back, and there should be a poster like this poster right here where if John Cena would stop glitching on me, right? What the hell is this glitch? What the hell? I'm just trying to show... John, I'm just trying to show Brock. That's all. John, what is this? Like, I can't scroll down without John interrupting me. Oh my God, shall I just read this and then move on to that? Right, John says, I just want your attention. I want to thank Triple H for being flexible and rewarding the true driving force behind Cena versus Styles, the fans. 2 posts, over 10 million views, and so many of you let yourselves be heard. Crown Jewel, Perth, AJ, you will get my everything. Listening to our audience is always what's best for business. I am forever grateful to you all for choosing my next opponent. I find this a bit disturbing. It's a little bit thick, isn't it? Certainly when I don't believe that's what's happened. And where were they listening to the audience when they chose Logan? Where were they listening to the audience when Brock just arrived? So, I don't know. Are you happy now, John? Yeah? That I think your message is really creepy. And I'm actually now deleting it. So I mean, what the hell is this now? So you just leave me alone, right? The first official poster for WrestleMania 42. There he is, Brock Lesnar. So he's on the poster. I mean, you wouldn't add him if they didn't check, like, he's going to be at the show, yeah? I mean, he's not on the Crown Jewel poster, for example. But he is on the WrestleMania one, so there we go. That's the first official poster, and that's basically what this article was talking about. Brock Lesnar's current status for WrestleMania 42 revealed. Okay, John Cena in a new Instagram post declares he's the captain of his farewell tour. I don't know this GIF. I don't know if it's a clip from a movie, but I believe this person is saying, I'm the captain now. So this is like John Cena taking responsibility, taking ownership of his retirement tour. And basically coming in going, right, I'm in charge now, right? I'm going to kind of see the rest of this out. So I don't know. Maybe that's the narrative that they're trying to go for here. But as we said, I'm fairly confident it was all planned well in advance. So it's Kaz81. Thank you. Hannah, thank you. So here's the latest on John Cena losing to Brock Lesnar. So Dave Meltzer said, I don't want to say it was John's idea, but what I was basically told is that John is very unselfish. He knows that on the way out, he wants to make people. He wants to make big stars. So he felt that this was his call. And that it was his call. A lot of guys, when they're on the way out, their call is to lose and to put other guys over. And that was John's call. At the end of the day, it's Paul Levesque's call. But if John says that, then it's not like Paul Levesque's going to go, no, you've got to win. Especially when Brock is the one staying and that John's leaving and whatever they've got planned in the future for Brock. So Meltzer's saying that it might have been a John Cena decision to actually lose to Brock at WrestlePalooza. So, I don't know. Got to listen to it. Interesting. Hannah, thank you. Okay, Piper Niven is out of action with a neck injury. This coming from Fightful Select. While the injury is serious, those spoken to believe that Piper will return. Niven is still awaiting an official diagnosis. So this is why it's a bit sketchy. It seems like it's a little bit up in the air. So that coming courtesy of Fightful Select. This is interesting. When you click on that, it wants your name and your phone number and your email address. And it is the official Paul Heyman website. So, I mean, I think it's all above boards. But, yeah, I don't know what this is. Do you want to know the dark secrets behind the scenes? What's that about? I don't really understand what that is about. This is coming from Heyman. I mean, that does look a bit like Brock, doesn't it? That does look a bit like the Beast. And there's Heyman. And this has only been viewed 100,000 times. I feel like this is a bigger story unless I'm missing something. So, I don't know. What is Heyman going to send to those people that provide their information? What's he going to send? What's he going to put out? I don't really understand what this is, but I thought it was interesting and certainly enough to include. Should we have a look, see what the comments are saying, right? No. How dark are we talking? This person says yes, this person says no. I hope it won't charge me like Meltzer. Top guy. What advice would you give someone starting out their career? He's coming for War Games. Brock Lesnar is going to join you and Rollins, I figured. Beast got one-time deal to stand with Paul for War Games. So, Brock Lesnar, question mark? I mean, yes. I want to see Logan versus Brock, says Zach. We already know. Paul, I'm the next big thing in the business. Let's talk, said Zach. Very good. So there we go. People just sort of reacting to this. So look into that if it interests you. Real John, thank you. John Cena versus IC champion Dominik Mysterio has reportedly been discussed for one of Cena's final few appearances. To be honest, I don't even know. I mean, he's only got, 4 appearances? So one of them's his last one. One of them is going to be Survivor Series. One of them is Crown Jewel. I think he's only got 1 appearances or 2 appearances to kind of fit some in. So, yeah, this was actually mentioned during our watch-along. And it comes from Body Slam Net, who are, decent source. So certainly something worth listening to. It would be really good if every appearance now that we get from Cena is going to have a match attached to it, just like when he was on SmackDown and he faced Sami Zayn. So, I mean, that would be good. We had a big conversation during our watch-along about the IC title. Does John need it? I don't care if he gets it, right? It really makes no difference to me. If he faces Dom and Dom somehow cheats his way to victory and then that means Cena never wins the IC title, it doesn't matter. He's 17-time world champion. That is much bigger than the IC belt. 17-time champion is much bigger than being a Grand Slam champion. So, yeah, to me, it doesn't matter. But there's people out there that really do want him to win that belt. And it would make for a very interesting match, of course, because that is a belt he's not won. So, you know, it does provide some interest in. So, I'm not down on that. So, Real John, thank you. Canon, thank you. So, 10 years ago today, WWE signed Asuka. And here's what Asuka had to say about it. She said, I believe that ideals and convictions, what one sets out to achieve, hold more value than what one actually accomplishes, which is really interesting. So what you try to achieve is a lot more important than what you actually achieve. That's a great line. She probably could have ended there. I have obtained every record, everything there is to obtain, but these are all merely waypoints. What has universal value and beauty is pioneering a new era, possessing the power to change the times. That's why I pursue how I can bring change and ideals to the ring, creating before and after Kana, and before and after Asuka. Creating a path is far more difficult than walking down a path that others have made, and therein lies the most beautiful aesthetic of all. For me, living as a pioneer and living with conviction, philosophy and aesthetics is a very important way of life. I really love this because I really feel like that's very insightful. Asuka is saying that it doesn't matter what you achieve, but it's what you're trying to achieve, and it's the person that you're trying to be, and it's the goals that you have set yourself. That is the real beauty to this journey of life, right? It's not about if you achieve these world championships or don't even achieve them, but what was you trying to achieve and how committed was you to that goal? And could you have done more? And if you could have done more, why didn't you do more? And if you couldn't do any more, well, then you did everything you could. And I think it's really a really beautiful way to look at life and your career. And so I just thought, 10 years, what a fantastic quote to kind of live your life by. And I suppose give us a glimpse as to how Asuka lives her life and, tries to fulfill her career. So that's great. Love that. So, Canon, thank you. Okay, per Deadline, a Macho Man Randy Savage biopic is in the works. Who do you want to see cast as Macho Man? You don't need to answer that. We all know I am the correct answer, but a little bit of a fan, thank you. It doesn't really matter who you cast, right? I'm sure it'll be great. I'm sure an appropriate person will be cast. And yeah, I bet that would be very, very interesting to watch. But sadly, no more details than that. Fly Music, thank you. This is the final thing we got in our WWE folder. So, the top 10 for the PW 500. I personally don't really care for the PW 500. Basically, they take all the successful wrestlers of the past year, the past 12 months, and they just sort of list them. If you're in WWE and you've been like the top champion for the past 12 months, chances are you're going to be 1 or 2 on this list. It doesn't even matter who you are. It doesn't even matter like how great your matches have been. If you've been WWE champion for the past 12 months, your level of success in the industry is going to automatically put you in this range. So, you know, we're not really ranking this so much on ability and things like that. I think probably more so the lower down the list you get, right? You could really make an argument it gets a lot more interest in the lower down you get. This top 10 is really about who's been the champions, who's been on TV a lot, who's had a lot of success over the last 12 months, right? So Will Ospreay, I mean, I have not been watching AEW, but I'm sure he's had a very good 12 months. Mystico, always on the list from CLLL, always getting used well there. Seth Rollins, we know, has had a great 12 months. I mean, he won, Money in the Bank. He cashed it in successfully. He won the main event of WrestleMania as well. So, yeah, he had a good time. Swerve, I think, has been doing well in AEW. Jey Uso, we know, has had a great 12 months. Goto, I don't know, actually. Not been following New Japan, so really don't know. So that's interesting that he is up there. Seems like he must have been doing well over there. Hangman Adam Page in AEW. Gunther, of course, World Heavyweight Champion for twice. Doing very, very well. There we go. Jon Moxley and Cody Rhodes. So, of course, Cody Rhodes winning the title at 40, carrying that belt all the way to WrestleMania. It just kind of proves my point, really, doesn't it? That because I think this goes from like July to July or something like that, middle of the year to middle of the year. So I mean that's pretty much gonna pick up most of Cody's title run. So there we go. That's the top 10. But as I said, I don't get into big debates around it. I don't really give it much kind of focus or put much merit into it. So it's not worth it, honestly. Right, Fly Music again, thank you. Shawn Michaels has tweeted following NXT, this doesn't end here. TNA, NXT. Let's see how Shawn reacted, shall we? Right.
Come on! Security go. Let's go. Security out there. We need some help out here. 17. Come on!
There we go. Look, Shawn's ready. Security, get out there. Shawn going straight over. It's a really good video, that, actually, isn't it? Security, get out there. So, and apparently this is how it ended. I mean, I've not seen any footage after the broadcast ended, but there's Matt Cardona. We can see the Inspiration are in there as well. Here's Tommy Dreamer saying, has anyone got video footage of what happened after NXT went off air? Because they cut the cameras. But here we go. This is kind of a big image. So my understanding is that the NXT folk were in the entranceway. It was TNA that managed to kind of win the ring, if you will. And yeah, this was all after the broadcast had ended, of course. So Edward, thank you. Robert Stone said, well, tonight started off goods. And to be honest, this is really all Stevie's fault. So... and Matt Cardona obviously was part of this TNA invasion. March 2020 is when he was last in WWE. It's been 5 years since we've had Matt Cardona, formerly known as Zack Ryder, of course. But there he was, look, front and center. I mean, I didn't even know he was really back with TNA. So, but they've got him front and center, or he's got himself front and center. Like chasing the people away there. So, don't know. I mean, clearly he's going to be a big part of this TNA team, if you will. I mean, feels like it's built into a War Games type match, doesn't it? But I mean, I would love for it to be a PLE. Let's not just do a War Games. Let's do a Worlds Collide. Let's do a whole NXT TNA card. This is what everyone wanted when this partnership first started. So I'm definitely here for that. That would be so much fun. Let's go bigger than just a War Games. Maybe end it with a War Games. The only thing I would say about that, though, is that War Games is at Survivor Series. So would you do it at Survivor Series? I don't think you would. So that means that you'd have to do a War Games away from Survivor Series. And they don't really like doing that. They don't really like doing War Games at Survivor Series, but doing a War Games very close on a different show, you know? Maybe it's not a War Games we would get. Perhaps they would do something different. Don't know. Perhaps it's just going to be a PLE. Perhaps it's just going to be a whole card of, you know, NXT versus TNA. Don't know. It's very fun, though. Really love it. We'll have to see where it leads. Talking of fun, let's go into the fun folder. Edward, thank you. The audience deserved this. Hashtag Bailey is hot. And there's Bailey ripping her shirt off. I mean, I must admit, when she did that, I did get a bit flustered during the watch-along. So there we go. Bailey was very active, though. Fly Music, thank you. There's Bailey looking at Kairi, Asuka, and Io. Obviously, they were a big part of her being kicked out of Damage Control. And so I think she's just loving what she's seeing right now. Now, I refuse to look at the picture. I won't look at the picture because my mum said I'm not allowed. But basically, what I'm understanding is that the image that you're seeing on screen, which I can't see because I am not looking, apparently that is not Sol Ruka. This is what I've been told. I actually got a friend to tell me that it's not Sol Ruka, right? But these have said it is. So they've made a mistake. They've botched. That's what we call a mistake in wrestling. They've botched, right? And here's Izzy Dame. And my friend said to me that this is actually an image of Izzy Dame. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea, right? I just see people's personalities. I don't see the outside. I like to look at the inside. Not in like a weird, do you know what I mean? Cutting them open kind of a way. But so here's Izzy. She says, damn, Soul is bad AF. And the joke here is that's not actually Soul. So she's like, damn, she's looking good. But the joke is that's her. You get it? So these people said that it was Soul, but it isn't. That's not. That's Izzy, and Izzy has gone, damn, Soul's looking good, but it's not Soul. It's her. That's the joke. So, right here we have got Claire, thank you. So this is Raquel just having a bit of fun with someone at ringside, right?
Hi, Raquel! Do you want some help up? Raquel, I can give you a hand.
I can give you a hand, but she does not make it easy, look. I can give you a hand.
You got this. Come on, Raquel. I got a ring. You want it? You marry me?
Hi, Raquel!
How amazing is that? Hi, Raquel. I can give you a hand. And after Raquel thought about it, she's like, yeah, okay. But she did not make that easy at all, did she? That's very good. She didn't break character. She didn't break character. She stayed down and she was selling respect. So, Claire, I really like that. I thought that was really, really good. Edward, thank you. This is frying me. Why did she not clean herself up? What the? You're telling me she got misted and just grabbed her bag and left? What? What's this? This has got to be like one of the greatest wrestling pictures ever, hasn't it? Imagine when this little dude grows up and he looks at his picture and he's like, what was this? And he's like, yeah, do you remember she got misted? But why didn't she have a shower? Why did she not have a shower? I don't understand. Or perhaps she did and it just won't come off, right? I have no idea, but that is wild. That is wild. I mean, at least she's smiling about it, you know? That was great, though. There were so many. Look at this backstage. I love Stephanie's face. Stephanie's like... Ariana Grace has responded to Chelsea. She's like, I selfie every day. I'm great with emojis. My Starbucks order never gets messed up when the Wi-Fi is out. I just use my data, and I'm Canadian and American, so I would like to submit my resume. So there we go. Ariana Grace just letting Chelsea Green know that she is available. Right. Rock Hulk 49. Check them out. This is a really fun clip. Word of Wrestling, thank you. Here we go.
I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am
Seth freaking Rollins.
Let's do a WrestlePalooza, baby! Who's coming out on top? You already know! We're gonna burn it down! We're gonna kick some ass! Let's go!
So good. I believe that's the same guy that was on one of those pre-shows. Hey, here's Rhea Ripley reacting to Bailey. That is perfect, actually. That it's the exact same color as well. That is brilliant. I am the color red. Thank you. That is so good. That is so good. Right, here we've got Black Ice saying, wait, Alexa teased this earlier. So, yes, so it looks like The Undertaker is going to be in this Call of Duty game. So we mentioned Alexa, I believe, yesterday in Unseen, that she's going to be in this Call of Duty mobile game. Seems like The Undertaker, because there's a gong and a little trinket. I've gone with trinket. Undertaker logo there. So it looks like Alexa, Undertaker coming to Call of Duty Mobile. Here's Asuka. She's like, this was me yesterday. Yeah. Look at that. Just when you think I'm going that way. Whoa. Lovely little swerve. Right? Outfoxing, outmaneuvering, outplaying the opposition. So, boom. Love that. And there we go. Oh my God. So good. So good. So many people have had so much fun with this. Absolutely brilliant. So Black Ice, thank you. Let's go community then. So Fly Music getting a repost from Vic Joseph. Very good. Very impressive. Carl getting a repost from Jada Parker as well. So great to see the community getting a lot of love and success from wrestlers. Tiger Band 7885. I think that's what it stands for. I'm going to go Tiger Band because that's what it should stand for. Getting a like from Slagent P. So very good. Obviously wishing Slagent P all the very best for the future. Emmanuel said, what do you think about my costume? Let's go full screen, shall we? This is Emmanuel's Fiend costume. So look at that. Love the way you've presented it as well. Looks really impactful. Brilliant. You got to be thrilled with that. Absolutely thrilled. It looks absolutely bang on. So, yeah, Emmanuel, I think you've done an absolutely fantastic job with that. Killed it. Here's Dave in real life. Said, I'd like to share my Bray Wyatt collection with the community. Looking to add the Wyatt 6 figures once they are released. Follow the buzzards. I'm going to take the sound down because it sounds like we've got maybe Shatter playing. I don't know if Dave's talking though. No. I didn't want to cut Dave off if he was talking. So here are all these Bray. I mean, I didn't even realize there were so many Bray figures available, to be honest. But there we go. Dave in real life with a fantastic collection of Mattel figures and Funko Pops. That one, special edition Fiend. There's a normal Bray. There's the Christmas one, I believe, isn't it? The glow-in-the-dark one. So we've got like Ultimate Editions. Those obviously all Mattel at the top. I'm sure many of you have got these figures. I know there are a lot of Bray fans in the community. Check that guy down there. Love that. There we go. Zooming in. Don't show the message, Dave. That's where I'm like, Dave, I had such a wonderful night the other night. You treated me so gentle. Right, Dexter said, these are the belts that I've accumulated. That's a big word, isn't it? Please, can we not use big words like accumulated? But I still love it all the same. I flipping love these. I'm going to have to start getting these, aren't I? Every time you lot send me these pictures of these belts, I'm like, damn, they look so good. Yeah, brilliant. Love them. Really do. Really do. I'm really excited to see what they're going to have in Series 3. We've seen Series 1 and Series 2. Black Ice, thank you. Said, I got a like from the demon himself, Finn Balor. I posted this picture of a local woman dressed up as a steampunk. She was channeling her inner demon. A lady channeling her inner demon Bella. She was, man. She really was. Look at that. Look at that. Maybe we should, if Finn doesn't want to do all the face paint and everything anymore, perhaps we just make her do it and we'll send her into some match. I'd love to see her against Brock. I would love to see that. So put her in there. That's what I say. She can be the stand-in demon as we move forward. So very good. There we go. That was community. Let's do thanks and then let's run away. So Elite Pro Wrestling Forum. Chanel. He Who Smiles. Wrestling's biggest fan. Raymond. Uncle Revel. Sweet Chin Wrestling. Claire Webb, little bit of a fan, Silverback Walker, Edwards, Huddle Talk, Chris, and Chris. Appreciate the support, my friends. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, we will be back later with Evolve. We'll be doing the Evolve watch along, and we'll have another episode of Unseen. Bye for now.